Hello class, welcome to our fourth session for our lesson number 4, which is the entrepreneurial character traits, skills, and competencies. Very important as an entrepreneur, as a student in entrepreneurship, that you have the specific character trait, skills, and competencies that you have. Baka pwede mo siyang magamit to your entire entrepreneurial ventures and activities. So let's start. So in this case, we have the character traits common to successful entrepreneurs. So let's talk about what is the definition of the character trait. When we say character trait, it refers to the mark or attribute that distinguish an entrepreneur from the owner of an ordinary small business. So sabi diyan, ito yung magiging mark mo or attribute mo as a person and as an entrepreneur na meron kang character trait. So, ano-ano nga ba yun? At dito natin malalaman sa lesson na ito kung ano-ano nga ba ang mga character trait na kailangang i-possess ng mga entrepreneurs or student ng entrepreneurship. Okay? So, based on the studies conducted by SERDF, or what we call the Small Enterprises Research and Development Foundation of DTI, or the Department of Trade and Industry, we have three characteristics of entrepreneur are grouped into three clusters. So the first one is achievement, planning, and power. So let's talk about now the three clusters of the entrepreneur. First one is the achievement cluster. So when we say achievement cluster, it is related to the entrepreneur's desire to be an achiever in the field of entrepreneurship. So meaning entrepreneurs are achievers by nature and they are strive to achieve. They feel guilty if they achieve less or nothing at all. Parang gusto talaga nilang ma-achieve yung goal na yun or objective para makuha nila yung mga succeeding goals. Okay? So if we have some vision and mission in ourselves or in our business, in achievement cluster, ang sinasabi lang dyan ni entrepreneur is kailangan sa lahat ng bagay is kailangan mapagtagumpayan natin lahat. Yun yung sinasabi diyan sa achievement cluster. So here are the characteristics of an entrepreneur who aspire to achieve. First one is risk taker, efficient and quality-oriented, opportunity seeker, committed, and persistent. So these are the characteristics of the entrepreneur under the achievement cluster. So let's talk about now the one by one. Opportunity seeker sees and act on new business opportunity. Siyempre, opportunity seeker, kailangan kapag may mga opportunities na dumadating sa ating business or sa sarili natin, talagang ginagrab natin at hindi natin sinasayang yon. Yun yung nature natin as a entrepreneur. Pangalawa, grabs unusual opportunities to obtain financing, equipment, land, workspace, or assistance. So tayong mga hindi naman natin may iwasan na mag-grab lang ng mga opportunities kahit na hindi natin alam kung yun ba ay tama o mali. Pero hindi naman masama, bilang entrepreneur kasi hindi naman masama mag-try, hindi naman masama i-grab yung mga opportunities na yun kahit wala tayo sa decision making kasi nature yun sa atin. That's why the opportunity seeker grabs the unusual opportunities para lang mapunan yung financing, equipment, land, work, space, or assistance. So that is the opportunity seeker. Always remember that successful entrepreneurs do not just watch business opportunities bypass, by readily seize them. They do not let the entrepreneurial opportunities go to waste, but immediately act upon them. So meaning, lahat tayong mga entrepreneurs, hindi talaga tayo humihindi, hindi tayo nagno-no lagi. Kailangan grab lang tayo ng grab until makuha natin yung specific goal and objective na gusto nating makuha. They perform what they can do or accomplish today. They cannot wait for tomorrow to come. Kasi kung maghihintay pa sila na para kinabukasan or para bukas, 'di ba? Sayang yung opportunity na yun, baka nakuha na nung iba. Kaya Kaya sa achievement cluster, very important that you have the opportunity seeker. So that is first one. Next is the committed. So when we say committed, this is directly related to your interest. Committed ka doon. For example, ako teacher, committed ako sa trabaho ko. Is it because that is my interest? Interesado ako magturo sa inyo ng entrepreneurship. So that's why committed ako in all aspects of my career or my profession as a teacher. So lack of interest means lack of commitment. Kapag hindi ka kasi nag-commit doon mismo sa gusto mong mangyari, magiging lack of commitment ang magiging resulta nun. Okay? A person who is not interested in a particular endeavor normally does not actively participate in it nor shows any enthusiasm about it. So syempre, kailangan sa lahat ng bagay, committed tayo. And this is how to explain. First, being committed person accepts, okay, full responsibility. Na-accept mo lahat ng full responsibility mo. Katulad ko as a teacher. So, responsibilidad ko kayong mga students na turuan. Okay? Kailangan may matutunan kayo after the class. So, merong mga tao sa committed person, nagpa-promise sila yung mga ganyan. Kailangan makamit natin yung mga ano na yon. Kailangan makamit natin yung mga specific objective or yung goal talaga natin para maging succeed. Two is establish proper coordination. Siyempre, kailangan din natin maging proper coordination with comes to our interest. Siyempre, kung tayo ay nagbi-business, hindi lang tayo basta-basta gumagalaw. Kailangan pinag-iisipan din ng mga bagay-bagay kahit na alam naman natin na hindi tayo nag-know. At least kahit papano, learn how to accept, learn how to appreciate the thing. Okay. Third one, seeks to prioritize the satisfaction and interest of customer. Siyempre, ginagawa mo nga mag-business hindi lang para sa'yo. Siyempre, para maging satisfied, tsaka maging interesado din yung mga customers mo. That's why you are providing the needs and wants of your customers. So that's why you need to commit yourself in your business. Okay, that is the committed. Next is the persistent. First one is the take repeatedly or different actions in order to overcome the obstacle. Siyempre, kailangan maging persistent ka. Tuloy-tuloy lang. Kung yun yung nakasanayan mo, persistent ang tawag doon. For example, ako, nakasanayan ko magturo. 'Di ba? So, kasanayan ko na yun at sanay na ako doon. At saka ma-overcome ko yung mga problema or obstacle na tinatawag natin. In business naman, kung alam mo na sa sarili mo, for example, kapag nagkaroon na ng problema, tapos alam mo na kung paano siya susolusyonan, you have a persistent character trait, 'di ba? Maganda 'yon. At least kahit papaano, alam mo na kung paano umandle ng mga problema with regards to your business. 2, make personal sacrifices or exert extraordinary effort. Siyempre kapag kailangan you committed and you grab the opportunity, siyempre you need to exert effort and as well as sacrifice yourself. Siyempre kung ayun yung talagang gusto mo, 'di ba? For example, kung may mga pangarap kayo, kung yun yung mga gusto niyo, siyempre gagawin niyo ang lahat. Gagawin niyo yung mga bagay-bagay para makuha mo lang yung pangarap mo. So that's why ganun din sa business. Siyempre kailangan natin mag-exert effort, tsaka we need to sacrifice ourselves, okay? Third one, stick to his own judgment in times of opposition and failure. Siyempre kailangan maging stick ka lang sa mga judgment mo, sa sarili mong judgment and also sa mga oppositions mo tsaka sa failure mo. Kasi kung i-share mo yan sa iba, maapektuhan yung kabuuang business mo. Because persistent is the foundation of the commitment. Lagi natin tatandaan yan na first, we need to commit ourselves, okay? We need to commit ourselves and you need to persist, okay? You need to sacrifice yourself now because both character traits complementary, develop, and grow with each other. So, kapag yung dalawa na yan is nagtugma, di ba? Magiging maganda ang flow ng inyong ng mga entrepreneurial activities niyo with regards to your business. As persistent advances in the life of an entrepreneur, committed increases its strength. Kung itong dalawa na to is pinagsama mo, yung tataas yung magiging strength mo as a person or as an entrepreneur. So that is for persistent. Next one is the risk taker. Always remember that if you are an entrepreneur, you have to sacrifice, you have to exert effort. So that's why yung mga risk na darating sa atin, syempre kailangan nating i-face yon. Syempre as an entrepreneur, we are risk takers. Kailangan alam na natin kung papaano natin siya i-handle yung mga problema na yon. So being a risk taker, successful entrepreneurs are business risk takers. Siyempre, lagi natin tatandaan na sa lahat ng bagay, hindi mawawala sa atin ang mga problema at dapat as an entrepreneur or as a student of entrepreneurship, kailangan alam mo na kung papaano i-handle o i-face o i-resolve yung mga problems na yon. So that is for risk taker. So we have three types of risk takers na tinatawag. This is first is aggressive, moderate, and conservative. So what is aggressive? Not scared to take any risk in the business. Siya yung parang hindi takot na tanggapin yung mga risk when it comes to their business. Okay? Second one is moderate. Okay? More calculative in taking risk. He or she analyzes a situation before taking the leap. So, dito, nagkakaroon siya muna ng decision making before he accept or he or she face the risk. Okay? That is for moderate. Conservative, not very eager, satisfied with managing a small business. Parang dito sa conservative, ano ka, hindi ka ayaw mo, yung ganyan, conservative ka dyan sa mga bagay-bagay na yan, yun yung mga tao na conservative. Okay? So, hindi siya tumatanggap ng mga risk. Okay na yun sa kanya na maliit lang yung business niya. So, those are the types of risk takers. Efficient and quality oriented. Always remember that the basic rule is that you should incur lowest minimum cost in the production of goods and services without sacrificing quality to make them competitive in the market. Syempre tayo as an entrepreneur, kahit na bago sa paningin ng mga tao yung binebenta nating mga products, syempre kailangan alam natin kung paano sila ipapaengganyo dun sa ating business. So by means of using low cost kung yung mga prices, 'di ba? Na without sacrificing the quality kasi doon mo makikita kung papatok talaga yung product na bini-business mo para sa kanila. Okay? So lagi natin tatandaan na um, tayong mga entrepreneur ay hindi tayo lagi nagpapamahal ng mga bilihin. Siyempre, we are providing the needs and wants of our customers so that kahit papaano makatulong tayo sa kanila, matutulungan din natin yung ating business by using providing them a low price and also a good quality na kahit papaano ay matagal pa nilang masasatisfy o matagal pa nilang magagamit yung mga products na nanggagaling sa inyong business. So that is the efficient and quality oriented. Always perform the required tasks in accordance with the existing standards of excellence or continuously improves his past performance. Second, strive to do things better, faster, within minimum cost. Siyempre, lagi natin tatandaan na kahit na mura lang yung binebenta natin, 'di ba? Good quality pa din kahit papaano para hindi naman masira yung ating business. So that is for achievement cluster. Next one is the planning cluster. Okay, how about the planning cluster? The concept of planning is essential in the entrepreneur, being both the owner and manager of the business. Okay? He or she often begins the day with a specific plan and ends it with a review of the progress or status of the plan. Siyempre sa planning stage, sa planning cluster rather, lahat ng mga galawan natin dito is pinaplano muna natin lahat. Okay? May specific plan before we conduct to our business. So, yun yung sinasabi dyan sa planning cluster. In planning cluster, belongs dito ay tatlo. First is the goal setter, information seeker, and the third one is the systematic in planning and monitoring. Okay, let's talk about goal setter. Syempre, as a goal setter person, you have to set the goals and objective in your business so that goals and objective are the guiding points that direct all actions. So, yun yung parang pagbabasihan mo with regards to your business. Sa lahat ng mga galaw mo, yun yung pagbabasihan mo. Okay? Sa lahat ng mga galaw, sa lahat ng paglalabas, pasok ng mga ganyan, di ba? Okay? Efforts and struggles of the entrepreneur. Always remember that being a goal setter, a successful entrepreneur set clear, specific, and well-defined short and long-term goals and objectives so that alam nila kung ano yung mga vision, mission, yung goals and objective na kailangan nilang masucceed sa kanilang business, and that is for goal setter. Next one is the information seeker. Information seeker, kailangan nagkakalap din tayo ng mga information with regards to our business. Hindi lang sa business natin, kundi sa community and also to our target customers. A successful information seeker seeks relevant information on target customers, suppliers of raw materials, and competitors. Siyempre, kailangan nating alamin kung sino yung mga target customers natin, kung ano yung mga gusto nila, yung mga suppliers natin, syempre kailangan kung ano yung mga available supplies nila na ipoprovide sa atin, and as well as kung papaano yung galawan ng mga competitors natin para alam na natin kung ano yung gagawin nating specific plan for our business. Seek opinions and advice from experts in the business field. Always remember that you are the entrepreneur. Hindi naman tayo lahat is perfect. So, we need to seek an opinion and advice so the expert in the business field. Or, pwedeng based on your experience, pwede din naman yun. At least, kahit papano, may makukuhaan kang mga information. Okay? Third one finds other possible ways to make sure that the desired information is complete. Siyempre, tayo hindi kailangan as an entrepreneur, kailangan kumpleto lahat 'yan, okay? Lahat ng mga plano kumpleto 'yan. Kung may mga mawawalan man sa mga plano natin, tayo as an entrepreneur, maghahanap tayo ng possible ways on how to fill the gap, okay? On the information that you needed. Okay, so that is for information seeker. Systematic in planning and monitoring. Always remember that the systematic implies that there is a rational and logical approach in performing the activities. What do you mean by rational and logical approach? Rational and logical approach, that is the having the ability to reason or think about things clearly. So that kapag systematic yung planning natin at tama yung pagmamonitor natin, alam natin kung ano yung magiging pino-point out o magiging result ng ating mga plano o pagkakalap ng ating mga information with regards to the target customers or with regards to our business. Sabi nga dito, planning simply refers to the setting of goals and objective. Kasama sa planning yon na kailangan mag-set tayo lagi ng goals and objective. Siyempre, you as a student, para ma-accomplish mo lahat ng mga activities mo, ano ang una mong gagawin? Siyempre, magpaplano ka muna o i-manage mo muna ang inyong time para kahit papano, alam mo lang kung ano yung specific na gagawin mo with this time, this day, and for this week. So that alam mo na kung ano yung gagawin mo para magawa mo yung mga objective or yung goal mo for this day or for this week, and so on and so forth. Monitoring, on the other hand, refers to the evaluation of the activities. Syempre, kapag nagmo-monitor ka, for example, ako nagmo-monitor ako sa inyo sa NIO, 'di ba? Kung nasagutan nyo naman ng tama yung formative assessment, syempre, dun pa lang magkakaroon ako ng evaluation within your scores. Siyempre, doon natin malalaman kung natuto ka or hindi. Okay? Sa business, sa lahat ng bagay or sa lahat ng activities natin, kailangan alam natin kung paano i-evaluate yon. For example, kapag nagkaroon ng problema, naubusan ng supply, tapos kumuha agad siya ng naghanap siya ng paraan para magkaroon pa ng supplies para dun sa product na yon. So, i-evaluate mo yun. Maganda yung magiging evaluation mo dun kasi agaran siya. Agaran niya nagawa yung mismong problema, na-resolve niya agad. So, maganda yung magiging evaluation mo doon sa activities na yun. And that's why systematic in planning and monitoring is very important in our business. So, that is for planning cluster. We will having the third one, which is the power cluster. Always remember in the power cluster reflect the degree of the interpersonal relationship maintained by the successful entrepreneur. Ano ibig sabihin ng interpersonal relation? When we say interpersonal relation, that is involving relation between people. Okay? Sino yung mga people na yon? Pwede yung competitors natin, yung mga suppliers, mga buyers, tsaka yung mga target customers natin. Ano ang kailangan natin gawin? We as an entrepreneur establishes the relationship of the entrepreneurs with the suppliers of raw materials. Siyempre, yung mga suppliers kasi ang nagpo-provide sa atin ng raw materials para gagamitin sa pag-create ng ating product. Financial institutions, sila yung tutulong sa atin para magbayad ng tax, yung mag-handle ng pera, and so on and so forth. Customers, kung wala ang customers, walang bibili ng products mo, di ba? Importante pa rin yan. Competitors, syempre, competitors, makikita natin kasi yun, makikita natin ng competitors with regards to their business. For example, kapag magkapareha kayo, tinitignan mo o chine-check mo kung sino yung papatok, yung ganyan. So, dun pa lang, makikita mo yung competition mo with the other businesses, okay? The government, ano yung matutulong ng government? Okay, o ano yung matutulong mo sa government? Siyempre, taxes. Yun. Yun yung mga taxes, nagbabayad tayo ng mga buwis para sa ating business at yung buwis na yun na igagamitin para sa mga projects na need ng ating government. Employees, syempre, yung mga empleyado natin o yung mga gagawa mismo para sa ating business. Syempre, napagkahalaga niyan. And also the stakeholders, yung ating community. Okay? Always remember that community is very important din na kahit papano sila mismo kasi ang magtataguyod ng inyong business because without community, walang magiging business. Yun lang yun. Okay? The term power refers to the ability of the entrepreneur to maintain the highest degree of the interrelationship in the business community and influence others over to his or her line of reasoning. So that the very important clusters of the power cluster is the persuasive and positive networker and you have the self-confident. Okay? How about the persuasive and positive networker? Siyempre, as an entrepreneur, kailangan alam mo kung paano ka si sales talk with regards to your target customer. You need to influence them. You need to engage them. Okay? You need to use your network. Okay? Networker. Ano ibig sabihin ng networker? A group of people or organization that are closely connected and that work with each other. So meaning, as an entrepreneur, you need to influence them, okay, to win over in your business, okay, so that they are able to establish good and positive networker with almost all of the players in the business community. So parang ano lang siya, parang yung mga sales lady na nagsisales talk sa inyo, 'di ba? Yung mga magagaling magsalita diyan, 'di ba? Yung nabibiktima kayo ng mga sales lady na mapapabili kayo na kahit hindi niyo naman talaga kailangan, 'di ba? So very important as an entrepreneur kung paano mo siya i-engage or i-influence sa inyong business. So that is how the persuasive and positive networker works. Okay? As a persuasive and positive networker, the successful entrepreneurs usually first is adopt specific strategy. You need to strategize yourself on how to influence and convince others or your target customers while maintaining the highest degree of respect. Syempre naman, kung wala ka ng respeto nun, kung paano mo sila i-convince, di ba? Syempre, aayawin ka din nila. Syempre, kailangan as an entrepreneur, we need to maintain our respect to them kasi sila mismo ang tutulong sa atin para kumita ang ating business. Second one, makes use of the positive contacts in the business, community in order to make goals and objectives of the business endeavors. Okay? Positive contact. Syempre, kailangan maging positive tayo. Okay, yun lang yung sa persuasive and positive networker. Always remember that the self-confident is very important then. Syempre, that is the high level of self-confidence. Syempre, kung may self-confidence ka, di ba? Alam mo na lahat ng gagawin mo. Okay? Successful entrepreneurs are known to have a high level of self-confidence. They project a favorable images of themselves which is founded on respect and good deeds in the business community. Okay, so that is for the character trait in this lesson. So next lesson we will talking about the entrepreneurial skills. Very important as an entrepreneur that you have the skills that you have commit in yourselves. Okay, skills and core competencies in entrepreneurship. Okay, when we say skill, do you have an idea with regards to the skill? I think that you have your idea with regards on how to define your skill. Okay, always remember that skill, that is your personal abilities to do things well. Siyempre, kung wala kang skill, hindi mo magagawang isang bagay. Acquired and develop. Itong skill na to na-acquire at nade-develop natin by using of what? Experiences, yung nagagawa natin o yung pinapractice natin. So that is the definition of skill. Always remember also that the skills are considered as a personal abilities to do things well. They come from the totally of the knowledge, practice, or experience and aptitude of a person. What are the entrepreneurial skills that we possess as an entrepreneur? First is the cognitive, technical, and the interpersonal skills. Let's talk about now what is cognitive skill. Cognitive skills refers to the mental ability of the entrepreneur to learn new things, generate new ideas, and express knowledge in both oral and written forms. So, what are the mental ability na kailangan nating i-possess? Ability to understand written material, syempre, ability to learn and apply new information, ability to solve problems systematically, ability to create new ideas, syempre, kailangan natin yun, innovation ang tawag doon. And ability to innovate new products and procedures or methods. So that is for the cognitive skill. Under the cognitive skill, we will having this kind of character uh, skill, which is the problem solving. Okay, always remember that the problem solving is under the cognitive skill. How about the problem solving? Whatever the nature, type, or size of the business problem, the entrepreneur must face it, solve it, and make a decision. Always remember that in problem solving, kapag tayo ay nagsusolve ng problem, kailangan i-face muna natin yon. Kailangan i-solve natin yon at we need to make a decision to that. In making a business decision, the entrepreneur adopts a systematic approach instead of making an intuitive decision. Okay? So ano yung tawag dun sa systematic approach na yun? Yun yung tinatawag nating the scientific approach in solving business problem. So sa science, meron tayong mga scientific method na tinatawag. Dito sa business, meron tayong tinatawag na the scientific approach in solving business problem. First, you need to define the real problem. Alamin mo muna kung ano yung talagang problema ng inyong business. Okay? Next one, you need to gather now the information about the problem. Kung na alam mo na yung totoong problema, you need to what? You need to gather information. Kailangan mo na siya imbestigahan. Next one, you need to formulate alternative solution. Siyempre, you need to formulate now different solution on how to deal with that kind of problem. You need to select and implement the optimal solution. Kung may na-formulate kang 5 solution, you need to select now. You need to select kung maganda yung solution na yon, you need to implement it. At after that, ma-evaluate mo na yung decision na yun. So, that is for the scientific approach in solving business problem. Okay? Defining the real problem. Okay? We will have a problem. For example, may problema ka sa teacher mo. Okay? That is your problem. And how to deal with it. Okay? Ano yung kailangan natin makita sa problema na yon? Siyempre, kung sa sakit is may sintomas, syempre sa real problem natin is may symptoms. Okay? Hanapin mo talaga mismo yung symptoms na yon. Okay? Kung alam mo na yung symptoms na yon, pwede din siya maging real problem din natin. Okay? Sa problem, papasok talaga dyan ang totoong problema at saka yung pinaka-symptomas ng ating problema. And that's how the real problem must be correctly identified. You need to in all of the problems in your business, you need to what? You need to know what is the symptoms and the real problem itself. So that as a problem, in problem making, no, always remember that you need to what? You need to plan A, plan B, and plan C para ma-avoid yung mga problema na yon. Okay? So for example, in this problem, the owner of the business notices that the net profit has been decreased for the past 5 months. Oh, nag-decrease daw ng 5 months yung kanilang net profit. Siyempre, hahanapin mo muna yung problema dito. Ano yung naging problema? Bumaba yung net profit nila ng past 5 months, nag-decrease. So what are the solution or would be the symptoms of the problem stated? Okay? So, the solution would be we need to increase our sale volume of the product. Pwede din. Pwede din nating taasan yung sale volume natin ng ating mga products para hindi natin ma-experience yung decreasing of net profit. Para tataasin natin yung mga sales. We need to increase our selling price, okay? Increasing the selling price is okay lang naman siya. But okay lang siya or magiging applicable lang siya mga anak kapag naranasan nyo na yung decreasing of what? Decreasing of net profit. Okay, dun lang kayo gagawa ng pag-increase ng selling price ng inyong product para mabawi nyo yung net profit. Tsaka kapag nabawi nyo na yun, dun na kayo magbababa ulit. Okay? Ibabalik sa dati. We need to decrease the cost of production and expenses. Siyempre, yung mga gastusin, i-set aside muna natin o i-limit muna natin yung mga gastusin ng ating production and also yung mga kuryente, yung mga tubig, and so on and so forth. Okay? And the last one, the very effective, is we need to improve the market program. Baka kasi sa market program kasi natin nagkaroon tayo ng problema kaya bumaba ang ating net profit, walang naging kita. Okay? So those are the solutions or the symptoms with regards to that problem. What would be the real problem? Okay? So the real problem would be the low moral of the workers and employees due to unfair business practices. Syempre kung mali nga naman yung business practices nyo at saka unfair yun, 'di ba? Talagang magiging low moral yung magiging mga workers mo. Syempre tatama rin sila. Yun yung nakikita nating totoong problema. Syempre hindi naman natin maiwasan na kapag talagang mali talaga ang trato sa iyo, 'di ba, ng inyong mga employer, yung mga ganyan, syempre tatamarin ka as an employee, 'di ba? So, yun yung magiging isa din sa mga totoong talagang problema. And also, the owner adopts fair business practices. Baka mamaya yung talagang may-ari na talaga mismo ang nagkaroon ng problema. That's why you experience that kind of problem. So that is for the cognitive skill. Let's talk about now the technical skill. Very important that we have the technical skill in our business. What is the definition of the technical skill? Always remember that in technical skill, focus mainly on the mechanical or practical aspect of the person rather than his or her abstract of theoretical thinking. So, dito sa technical skills, practical na, okay? Yung parang kawang-gawa na yung ano natin dito. Okay, yung kawang-gawa na talaga yung ginagawa natin dito. For example, kung ano yung nakasanayan mo, kung ano yung ginagawa mo araw-araw, kung doon ka masipag, kung ano yung ginagawa mo doon sa mismong pinagtatrabahuan mo, that is your practical aspect of a person. Okay? The technical skill are the external replica of the person's cognitive skill. Siyempre, yun yung parang paano ko ba siya explain? Parang siya magiging talent mo. Okay? For example, lesson. Sa lesson, marunong ka naman makaintindi pero hindi ka nakakasabay sa exam. Okay? So, your technical skill would be, you have the listening skill pero hindi mo lang siya kayang impromptu or parang i-practice doon sa exam. Kaya ka laging mababa yung score, yung ganyan, 'di ba? Pero marunong ka naman makinig sa teacher. Yung parang ganun yung example sa technical skill. Okay? In the absence of the technical skills, the output of the cognitive skill may not carry any significant value. Always remember that without a technical skill, an idea will remain to be an idea. Siyempre nga naman, kung yung sa cognitive skill lang is yung idea mo na naiisip is hindi mo talaga ginagawa, magiging remain idea lang siya. Kailangan yung idea na naisip natin doon sa cognitive skill, for example, ako yung owner, tapos may naisip akong idea, kung hindi ko naman siya ginawa, magiging idea lang talaga siya, di ba? Tapos yung magiging business opportunity natin doon will remain the business opportunity. For example, kapag may nakita kang business opportunity sa inyong business, 'di ba? Kung hindi ka kumilos doon sa opportunity na 'yon, yung opportunity na 'yon mababalewala. 'Yun yung sinasabi diyan sa technical skill. Always remember that kapag may naisip na kayong mga paraan, kailangan i-act na natin 'yun o kailangan i-practice na natin 'yun. So, 'yan yung pinaka-importante mismo sa technical skill. The technical skill of an entrepreneur include proficiency and ability among others in the following areas. First, the information technology. Very important 'yan na yung mga IT. Okay? Sila kasi yung mga nagkakalap ng or sila yung mga magagaling sa mga information with the terms of technology. Okay? Next one, feasibility study and business plan preparation. Siyempre, as an entrepreneur, ito yung ginagawa natin, feasibility study and business plan. Technical writing skills, syempre, as an entrepreneur, alam mo kung paano mag-write. Alam mo kung paano na mag-technical writing skills with the terms of your business and know how to marketing as well. Next one, we have to what? We need to manage our business, and also we need to finance it. So that in this case, these are the technical skills of an entrepreneur, include the proficiency. Kung meron ka nito lahat, no, you have the technical skills of an entrepreneur. So that is for the technical skills. Last one is the personal skill. Ang sinasabi lang dito sa interpersonal skill are basically about the relationship and interaction of the entrepreneur with what? With the workers, suppliers, creditors, prospective customers, and other members of the business community. Yun yung parang relationship mo doon sa mga taong binanggit ko. Okay, always remember that we have this kind of character trait na kailangan natin, which is we know how to persuade, okay? And also, we need to know or we need to convince our workers, suppliers, creditors, and other members of our business community. Okay? Interpersonal skills. Ano ba yung mga kailangan natin sa interpersonal skills? Siyempre, skills in verbal communication. Siyempre, kung marunong ka magsalita, di ba? Talagang papatok ka as a business owner, di ba? Skills also in non-verbal communication by through emails, yung mga ganyan, hand gestures, yung mga ganyan, 'di ba? Then next, skills in listening. Syempre, ikaw yung owner. Kung hindi ka marunong makinig sa mga empleyado mo, may mga problema na pala tapos hindi mo kayang pakinggan sila, hindi mo talaga masosolusyonan yung problema with regards to your business. Skills in leading, syempre as an entrepreneur, ikaw yung owner, ikaw din nagba-manage at ikaw mismo ang magli-lead para sa inyong business. Skills in negotiating, always remember that we know how to negotiate with other competitors. By that is how the interpersonal skills we need to possess. Okay, those are the skills. Okay, core competencies. Always remember that the entrepreneurial competencies are the concept and principle of the entrepreneurial venture, the entrepreneurial character trait, and also the entrepreneurial skills. Okay? Kung yan yung tatlo na yan is talagang nagagamit nyo, you have the competence, okay, as an entrepreneur. So that in entrepreneurial core competencies, you need to be competitive enough as an entrepreneur. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng competitive? A strong desire to win or be the best at something. Kung alam mong nagsasucess ka na sa inyong business, you are competitive enough. You are a competitive entrepreneur or competitive business owner. As a definition of the core competencies of the entrepreneurial venture, defined as the combination of the concept and principle, the character trait, and the skills of the entrepreneur. Always remember that the core competencies you are provide and become the ultimate source of the competitive advantage of the entrepreneur. So that kung yung core competencies mo is maganda at meron ka lahat, 'di ba? Mapoprovide mo at magiging ultimate source of competitive advantage ka with other businessmans and also doon sa other entrepreneur. Always remember that the entrepreneurial competencies and as well as the entrepreneurial competencies, ang magiging source lang natin doon is the entrepreneurial competitive advantage so that the entrepreneurial competency as source of competitive advantage. Very important as an entrepreneur that you have the competitive advantage. Okay? So what is the competitive advantage? It is refers to the strategic position and conditions of the entrepreneur that you are providing the necessary qualities to outperform the competitors. Okay, you are providing the qualities as an entrepreneur to the competitor. You need to distinguish the venture from competitors. Venture ang kailangan mo i-distinguish para kahit papano alam mo yung pinagkaiba mo sa kanila. Okay, you need to achieve the superior performance in the industry. Okay, syempre kung nagbe-business ka, syempre kailangan may makuha kong mga achievements in life, okay? So as an entrepreneur, kailangan natin 'yon. So produces a product or develop the production method that can hardly be copied by the competitor. Syempre, tayong mga entrepreneurs, we are innovative and creativity enough. Kailangan hindi talaga magagaya yung mga products na pinoproduce natin. Okay? The total perspective of a winning entrepreneur. Always remember that you need to fully understand the entrepreneurial concepts and principles. And also, you need to be equipped with your character traits among the successful entrepreneur. And you need to acquire the develop and sharpens the entrepreneurial skills, which is the cognitive, technical, and interpersonal skill. You have this kind of core competencies defining a competitive advantage. So to ensure the victory as a future entrepreneur, you must possess these three. You need to understand fully the concept and principle of entrepreneurship. Okay? Kailangan alam natin kung ano yung mga concept and principle na diniscuss ko nung unang-una. You need to internalize and live out the character traits that are common among successful entrepreneurs. And you need to acquire, develop, and sharpen and focus on your doing entrepreneurial skills. Okay? Doing all of this will define your core competencies and provide and establish your competitive advantage in the business world. Always remember that you bear in mind as an entrepreneur that you need to have the character trait, the skills, and the core competency so that pwede mo siyang magamit hindi lang para sa pansarili mo, okay, kundi para ma-develop mo yung business mo as a competitive advantage to the other. So that's why if you have good character trait, you have a good skill, and you possess the core competency na kailangan ng isang entrepreneur, magagawa mo lahat 'yon. And by that is our lesson for today. Thank you, class, for listening.